I'm leaving Yale to follow my craziest dreams. Hi. Wait, can you even see me? Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I'm about to follow my craziest dreams, even if a lot of people think it might be a mistake. Now you might be asking, Tiffany, but why do you have to leave Yale, according to the title, to follow your craziest dreams? Shouldn't you follow your dreams while you're in college? And you're right, but here are some caveats. I would rather take a risk in following my dreams than always wondering, what if? What if I had taken that gap year? What if I had traveled the world? What if? I think I never want to make a decision that I regret, and if that decision is just following the conventional standard path as, the world would like me to take, I think deviating from that, just for a year, it's not a bad idea. 16-year-old me got everything that she wanted, honestly. Her dream college was indeed Yale, and coming to Yale, it was exactly what she dreamed of. Honestly, could not ask for more. But the thing is that was 16-year-old me, and I'm 20 now. So 20-year-old me now knows, coming to my senior year, that this is not the end of my life. I have so many years ahead of me that Yale is not the end. Just because my 16-year-old self just wanted Yale doesn't mean that 20-year-old me, now in Yale, wants to continuously be in Yale. Ultimately, I want to leave school at some point, and I think this is the critical time for me to really reassess that. And so yeah, I'm taking a gap year before my senior year because I want to come back to my senior year feeling like I know myself and I know why I'm here at Yale and how I want to end my final year at Yale. Because right now, all I know when I was 16 was just to keep working. Work until you get to Yale, until you get to a top college, whatever. But I didn't feel that same kind of feeling anymore because I already got here. After a year or two, it started to wore off, oh, I'm here at Yale, that's so amazing. But now I want to look for more. I yearn for more. I desire for more. So one thing about me is that I'm Korean American, and being Korean American is a little bit difficult, I guess personally, when you don't know the language. So growing up, I did know the language, but after a while, I just lost my ability to speak it. And because of that, I've always avoided being friends with other Korean people, specifically because I was afraid that over time they would realize that I couldn't speak the language, so I would be a fake Korean, which is not true. But yeah, so I studied French in high school for 4 years, and then I studied French for my freshman year here at Yale. But I realized that I need to study Korean because I needed to overcome my shame of learning Korean as an adult. And I was really afraid coming into my first Korean class. I was afraid they would ask me, why are you Korean and you're trying to study Korean? Why are you in fact level 1 of Korean? And yeah, I didn't receive any kind of that judgment at all. Everyone was very, very kind, especially my professors were always so kind, and they never mentioned me being Korean as something that I should be ashamed of for learning Korean at such a late age. Because of that, I feel like I gained a lot of agency, and I started to yearn to live the language, live the culture, and not just want to, just keep studying grammar and conversing at the Korean language table as much as that's really, really fun. But I really want to learn what does it mean to be Korean? So that's why I'm trying to go study abroad in Korea, but we'll see what happens. For this summer, though, I do have plans for traveling as well. Yeah, I don't want to just restrict myself to just being in Korea. Living in the US, I've been able to learn about the different cultures here in the US, but I think it's a totally different story once you're actually in a totally different country. And so I hope to travel the world to really broaden my worldview and also detach myself from my student identity that I've been clinging onto for the past 20 years. Because I actually don't know who I am when I'm not a student. During that Yale academic year, my life is controlled by the Google Calendar. And maybe that's just every Yaley here schedules everything in their GCal, but yeah, I scheduled my meal times, my friend times, my doctor appointments, my class times, everything I scheduled in my Google Calendar. The only thing I didn't schedule was my sleep time because it's so irregular, but hopefully we'll regulate that this summer. But yeah, I really do feel that this is an opportunity for me to grow and listen to myself and learn more about myself. Yeah, I don't want to regret always thinking about what ifs and truly chase my craziest dreams, even if that means not graduating with my friends on time. Yeah, I've been friends with some of these people at Yale the past 3 years, and so I'm going to miss out on all of the senior stuff with them. I'm going to miss out on their graduation, on our graduation, and I had to accept that. I had to say my final goodbyes as much as I could this past semester. My friends were very supportive of me. Of course, they were very, very sad, but they were very, very supportive of me, and I'm very grateful for that. And so I really want to make sure that I take this year as fruitfully as possible, and even if it becomes my biggest mistake, that I know at least I had the courage to do it. I don't want to think back on this moment and think like, oh, I was too scared and so I couldn't do it. In fact, even before I came to Yale, I always wanted to take a gap semester or a gap year, but I was just too scared. I was scared of really deviating from the timeline that is very safe for me. But I don't want to be safe anymore. I truly want to learn what it means to be me and live my dreams, not someone else's dreams. So that's why I'm going abroad. I'm leaving my entire support system back here in the US. I'm leaving my family, my friends, everything I've known. So I would really appreciate if you could come with me, because I think it helps when there's always a friend. And I think that's why people really like online friends, because you can go with them anywhere. So I hope you can be my online friend and you can be my day one, because that would be so awesome. Currently, I'm hoping to go to a very particular country, and I'm going to really I don't know if I should be revealing that, to be honest. So basically, I just want to say that if you're scared about following your craziest dreams, you're scared about taking that one risk, you know what you're doing right now is safe, and if you continue to do it, you're going to have that safe ending. But I don't think God created us to be safe, in the sense that we should just do what society tells us is conventional to do. I think God created us to have different dreams for a reason, and God created us to have different goals, different careers. I mean, if everyone in a society is just a doctor, then we would also need lawyers, right? We would need technicians. We need different people in a society. So if you're scared about being different or doing something different, don't be. And you can watch me to see how it turns out. To be honest, I think it's gonna turn out just fine. Even if we realize, man, I should have stayed back at Yale. I should have graduated with my friends. I shouldn't have spent a year abroad. I could have just traveled a little bit after graduation. I think even then, I would not regret this moment, because I know that I made this decision with full intention and really trying my best, really thinking this through, and not thinking, hey, I'm just looking to have a fun time. I'm just looking to rest. No, I'm looking to learn outside of the academic context I've had the past 20 years. I'm looking to learn as if the world is my classroom, basically. So yeah, don't be scared. Come along with me, along my journey. And I hope to see you in my next video, where I'm going not to be in the US, I'm going to be in a totally different country. It's gonna be my first time in that country. It's not Korea, by the way. So yeah, if you're curious about my journey, I would love for you to be my day one first subscriber. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a new country next video. Bye bye. Mwah. Bye bye. Bye.